Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe and all the good stuff. Today we are going to go into a bit of the rise and fall of Amber Portwood from 16 and Pregnant and Teen Mom OG. Now I'm sure there's going to be bits that I've forgotten or haven't put in, so feel free to put it in the comments and let's get into it. We met Amber on the first season of 16 and Pregnant, and then obviously she went on to the Teen Mum OG. She met Gary through her brother, and I believe that they would like go squirrel shooting or something equally ridiculous, and them two kind of hit it off. They went on obviously then to have Leah, and very early on you could see that Amber really wasn't the maternal type. It didn't come naturally to her, even though, you know, it does to a lot of even young girls. It comes very naturally. It didn't come naturally to Amber where Leah was concerned. Going through the sort of 16 and Pregnant episode, you know, she wasn't so bad, but when it got to the Teen Mom, the first season of Teen Mom OG, you could see, you know, she was leaving Leah in dirty diapers for excessive amount of time. She was leaving her in a crib while she slept. Nothing changed there for excessive amount of times. You know, I remember way back, you know, first season, Gary would be like, you can't leave the baby in the crib that long, like, you know, take the damn baby out the crib. But she just wanted to sleep. I can't explain it, just didn't come naturally to her at all. I just want to go back a little bit here because I know a lot of Amber supporters will be like, oh, well, she's a product of her environment. And to a degree, I kind of agree. Yes. You know, her father had some serious addiction problems. Her mum, let's be fair, is not much better than Amber herself. But is that an excuse? Is that really an excuse? Because her and her brother grew up very much the same way. Her brother is in the armed forces. She's, well, Amber. Do you know what is that really sort of something that you can say that, well, she is a product of her environment? It didn't make her, you know, do the things that she did. She's just never had any damn consequences because sadly she wasn't parented. You know, her dad was too busy getting high or getting drunk. Her mum just, you know, genuinely just let her run riot. She'd never heard the word no. She'd never had any consequences for her bad behaviour. And she continued that behaviour and that thought pattern into adulthood as she did as a young teen. Which is really, really sad because, you know, she could have done better like her brother, but instead she chose to let her anger issues get the better of her. So although I do agree that she is kind of a product of her environment, as an adult it's her choice to change that and not just allow it to follow forward. You know, her issue, she says, because she was abandoned by her mum and all of this, well, she is doing that again now with Leah. And with James, for that matter. So you can't really say that, oh yeah, but I'm a product of my environment when you're going down, you're in exactly the same car and you're in exactly the same lane as you were when you were a kid. During the time on the show, you could see how many arguments and fights that these two would get into. And I don't blame Gary. I really don't. Like, did he antagonize her sometimes? Yeah, clearly. But this girl doesn't need no help in that department, let's be honest. You know, they fought like cat and dog, and it was always, you know, again with the Amber getting her own way. We saw that a lot during her time over the last 12 years. You know, she does not like the word no. She does not like not having her own way. And unfortunately with life, that just doesn't happen. So fast forward a little bit and Amber and Gary got into a fight on the show, and obviously we all saw the outcome of that.
Violence charges after physically abusing her boyfriend both on camera and in front of their one-year-old child. It is just the latest and most extreme example of real violence infecting the world of reality TV. There have been fights in shows like Jersey Shore and The Real World, too. So Yunji Denise takes a look at whether these shows are taking everything a little too far.
Reality television has never been nice. Just look at the heat coming out of Hell's Kitchen.
Get out! Get out!
But more and more, the fighting is physical. From the Real Housewives of New Jersey to those Jersey-licious girls. But it's this fight from MTV's Teen Mom that could give this reality star some real-life consequences. Amber Portwood is seen repeatedly punching and slapping her on-again, off-again fiancé with daughter Leah nearby. In Indiana, where they live, domestic violence in front of a child is a felony. After reviewing the footage, police have submitted 1 misdemeanor and 2 felony charges against this young mother. The case against Amber Portwood now goes to the district attorney. If convicted, she faces up to 3 years in jail and $10,000 in fines. MTV says they are cooperating and hope for a quick and fair resolution. Critics say while fighting may not be staged, show producers know it sells.
Reality producers want extreme behavior. That's what gets people talking. That's what gets people buzzing.
So until viewers change the channel, this harsher reality is here to stay. For Good Morning America, Yunji Denise, ABC News.
So as we all saw there, that it was bumped up to a felony because it was in front of a minor child. Now, during this time, she was in jail. She got bailed out, and later on she got her sentencing. Her sentencing was probation, community service, etc., and also drug court, I believe. Now, during this time, obviously, we now know that it was fentanyl patches that she was chewing up and, spitting out, as the case may be, which kind of explains why she would sleep a lot and leave Leah in the crib for hours and hours on end. During this time, she handed Gary full custody of Leah. I believe, from recollection, now if I'm wrong, obviously you can tell me in the comments section, but I believe it was for CPS, so that CPS wouldn't come in if Gary had full custody of Leah, which makes sense to me. So yeah, whether I'm wrong on that, obviously you can let me know. Now, Gary moved out and was living in it was like a band type conversion, wasn't it? It was a really nice place, actually, and she obviously couldn't keep her freaking head straight, and she decided that rather than being out and being straight, she would rather be sentenced to 5 years in jail, which she then proceeded to do, which she did 18 months, I believe, out of the 5-year stretch. During her time in prison, Gary met Christina. Now, Christina came in the perfect timing, in my opinion. Gary needed that female around the house to help him and, be that partner that he deserves, to be quite frank with you. But I do honestly believe that Amber is not lying with Gary. I think that he did sort of give her false hope while she was in prison. However, I don't think it was done maliciously. I think it was just he was saying whatever to keep her head strong and get her through this sentencing. Does that make sense? Just sort of I don't think it was done maliciously in any shape or form. Now, during her time in prison, she did a interview. She said in this interview that she went to prison because she's a good mom and she was doing it for Leah. Now, I'm sure a lot of you are going to disagree with me, but I call BS on that. You had the money. I understand for people who haven't got the money to go to these nice, fancy rehabilitation centres, but you did. You had the money to do that. You could have gone. You didn't want to. And you can't tell me that there's not drugs in jail. I've watched a million US, I'm fascinated with US prisons, and there is drugs in prison. So what, you just trying to make yourself feel better by saying, I did it for Leah, I did it to be a better person for Leah? No, you did it because you wanted to you couldn't do it without. I don't know why, whether you wanted to be a martyr or whatever, but I'm calling BS that you did this for Leah, let me know what you guys think, because I honestly don't believe that she did this for Leah. I really don't. You had the money to go to these nice, posh rehabilitation centres. You could have done it, and you tried, and you failed. Every time you failed. Amber got out of jail 18 months after going in. Now, as sure as shit, MTV was there waiting for her to come out with hugs and kisses. You're so amazing, we love you. Yeah, whatever. Now, on her release, she went and stayed with Grandma. Leah went over there, if you all remember, and, you know, she was like, yeah, like, okay. But again, Amber did the whole crying. I just feel so bad for leaving her. You could have left her just for like 3 months if you had done rehab. You chose not to, girlfriend. You chose not to. Now, somewhere between this sort of time, she got her own place. And yes, she met Matt Baier. Now, we all wish she hadn't. You know, this is the bloke that has rifled through our community like a damn cancer. But she did. She met Matt Baier. As I said, she met Matt Baier. Now, for all Matt's faults, and I don't like Matt on a personal level. I think he's a real dirtbag. But saying that, he really was good with Leah. You know, he took her out, he did chores with her, he cooked with her, he made breakfast with her. So, you know, my personal opinion on him really doesn't matter at this point. He was very good to Leah, and Leah needed that when she went over to their house because, well, let's be fair, she was in fucking bed. You know, she hasn't got that motherly instinct as other mothers have. But what actually makes me really sad about this whole thing with Matt being such a good father figure to Leah, and he was, is that I wonder how his children sort of watch it and go, well, why couldn't he be like that with me? Do you know what I mean? It just... Now, if you listen to Amber, of course, Matt cheated, Matt stole money, but that's her go-to on everything. Do I believe he got it in him? Fuck I. Of course. What, this is Matt Baier. But saying that, you can't believe what Amber said just because she said it, you know, just because she says everyone has stolen money from her. Her mother has stolen money, her father, her brother, Gary, Matt, you know, Andrew, everybody that she's ever had have stolen money from her and used her. Where I'm not convinced that was the case with Matt Baier. I'm sorry. I don't like him, but I honestly don't think that's the case. Do I think he probably spent money? Yeah. But girl, you had a joint account with him. That's on you. That is on you. You knew what he was like, and that's on you. So, but, you know, I digress on that one. I think I better get off Matt now before he comes for me even more. During their relationship, they had somewhat of a toxic relationship. They both admitted to DV between them both. He hit her, she hit him. And it's always been a case of Amber's only ever wanted to see Leah when, one, either cameras was there, or two, a boyfriend was there so that she could look like this great mother. I think Matt knew. Like, Matt knew she wasn't a great mother. That's why he overcompensated when Leah was there to, you know, give her that quote-unquote normal lifestyle. Now, during their relationship, they started up a few business. One was the home flipping, and the other one was the clothesline. Wait, hang on a minute. I mean, Matt set up some businesses because she was in bed. She couldn't get, he asked to get out of bed. Which then progressed that they ended up, you know, not in a great place, and ended up on marriage boot camp with Amber, Matt Baier, and Tonya, Amber's mum. Now, during the show, well, it was a friggin' shit show. Let's not dispute it. She was evil through that, you know. She, again, went back to the, everyone steals from me, everyone abuses me, I don't do anything wrong. Gary keeps my kid away from me, the normal BS that comes out of her damn mouth. But, however, during this show was the end of Matt Baier. Praise the Lord. However, a new toxic person came in. Yay! My Lord. Andrew Glennon then was working on the show, I believe a sound person or a camera person, something along those lines. I'm sure somebody will correct me. He, however, you know, watched all this shit show unfold and thought, yep, that's the girl for me. Okay. Now, see, I got some theories on this guy. Like, I really do. Like, how true they are, again, I don't know. But these are my theories. I think he saw her as a cash cow. I really do. I do believe her on that. I think that he saw her like that he could manipulate her. And I don't know, get somewhere in life, I suppose, which kind of backfired on him in a way, because now he's stuck in Indiana and can't go back to California, where he has that family support of his mum, parents, sister, etc. But with him being with Amber, they were with each other like just a few months from recollection. I think it was like 3 months, and she got pregnant, so it wasn't that long a time. Now, I'm not going to blame him for this. I'm going to blame, it takes two to tango. It takes two to make a baby. If you didn't want a baby, you could have took the morning after pill. You could have been on contraception. So that's on you, girl. Sorry, but that's on you. But if you look back, and if you go to Without a Crystal Ball, she has all the footage of it all, everything that went on between them. But there was bits in there that kind of made me think more of my theory was right. He was recording her from very, very early on, when they were just having like little spats. Now, you know, everyone has spats with their other halves, with their boyfriends, girlfriends, husbands, wives. Our instant reaction is not to record it. His was, which makes me think he was kind of setting her up to fail, knowing that, well, let's not lie, she's gonna fail. So after marriage boot camp, as I said, Matt was gone. She was quoted to be depressed and couldn't even get out of bed. That's why she didn't see Leah all the way through the summer holidays, blah, 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 blah. Now, I'm not sure if any of you remember, but Leah actually said at this time, she's not that depressed to get a new boyfriend, though. You know, for a kid to notice that, that's heartbreaking. That would literally, if my kid said that, I would be heartbroken. But she doesn't see anything wrong with her ways. So Andrew Glennon comes to Indiana. He meets Gary. He meets Leah. Leah's just like, oh, great, another boyfriend. I'm just so excited. Another stepdaddy to go along with. Towards the end of 2018, it was announced that Amber was expecting her second child with partner Andrew Glennon. Now, baby James was born on 8th of May 2019. There was a lot of bad between these two. You could see he would, like, I'm not a fan of Andrew Glennon either, but he would wind her up knowing that she was going to flip the frig out. Do you know what I mean? And again, you could see that parenting didn't come easy. I was one of the ones that was willing, you know, for her to have that second chance, and, you know, a second chance of being a mum and being a good mum, and, you know, it didn't work. It didn't come naturally. She is not the motherly type. She doesn't know how to be a mother. She has no idea how to be a mother. And again, it was left for Andrew to pick up the pieces and do everything. She fought and fought and fought with him. And from what we've heard, she was still being abusive to him. She would, you know, punch him in the nose in Leah's school, I think was told on one part. So, you know, there was a lot of violence going on between these people. Fast forwarding to the 4th of July, rolling on to the 5th of July 2019. Baby James would have been, 2 months old? She allegedly got into another fight with Andrew, except this time it went a lot further than anyone could have anticipated.
Well, you gonna get a fucking machete out?
Nope, I'm off to my son. Is that what I did? Alright, watch me die.
What the fuck is wrong with you? You need help. You're eating all your fucking medication? No, but then you just faked out and
No,
spelled it
I
out.
fucking puked.
Oh yeah. Good bluff. Nice one, babe. Yeah, good motherly. Very, very good. You're gonna be a good mom. Eating all your fucking medication, saying you're gonna kill yourself.
Bravo.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Bravo, actor. Bravo. Good job.
You're the actor.
No, leave.
You're just down.
No, go leave.
No.
No, you're okay to leave.
Do I need to call an ambulance?
No, go leave.
Did you just eat all your medication?
Go leave, seriously.
Did you just eat all your...
I didn't need this. I didn't need any
Did you just eat
Stop.
all your
If
medication?
this is the way it's going to be, then I'll figure it out
Did you
later.
just...
Go on.
Did you just eat all your medication?
No, Andrew.
So you just faked that?
No. Get everything you need. Get everything you need. Come on. Andrew, come on. It's my house, Andrew.
I need to make a phone call. Not anymore. The IRS is coming after you. What are you doing?
As you saw on the video, if you want to see the whole thing, if you go to Without a Crystal Ball, she has all of it on her platform. I'm not going to put it all out because there's no need. He, however, was in a bedroom with baby James, and he texted the police during this time saying that, you know, she was bashing the door in with the machete, etc., etc., to which he got arrested, rightfully so, the psycho. So she was then bailed out later on by her cleaner, from recollection. Again, this is all on Katie's channel if you want to go over. I'm sure it's all still there. So her release on bail was that she would have no contact, not return to the home, etc., etc. Of course, all the cast members stood by her, and, you know, MTV was there. Now, I understand, yes, 100%, that these cast members should stand by their friend. For me, I sat there during this time, and I think I was very vocal about my opinions on this. Now, you know, let's go through them. Macy, you know, you just this recently booted your baby daddy Ryan from the show because of his actions. That was on you, okay? You felt that he should not be in this show because he's still using or he's acting inappropriately, whatever the cases may be, why you made this decision. Yet you're here laughing and joking about Andrew and saying, you know, all these really bad things. Not once did you take to your platform and say that you did not agree with domestic violence. That is shocking. And Cheyenne, I can't really blame Cheyenne, if I'm honest with you. She's very new. She probably just wanted to, you know, fit in. I get it. And again, Caitlyn did the same, you know. They're very open about DV charges when it was their parents, when Butch and Caitlin's mum got into DV situations. They were very open about that, how disgusting it was, but they were all there sort of laughing and joking about this situation, which was a very, very serious situation. She done an interview with Dr. Drew at this time as well, because she was still on probation. She wasn't allowed to travel, so he went to her. Now, during this time, she was so freaking obnoxious. It was unbelievable. Oh, can I just say, a text. If I was fearful for my life, I would be ringing them. And Dr. Drew's like, yeah. Like, you should be ashamed of yourself. That is so disgusting. Text for DV issues and incidents are a lifesaver to some people. So for Dr. Drew to sit there and be like, oh my God, yeah, surely they'd want to hear he would want to hear them scared. Like, no, shut up. Like, just shut up. How on earth they can think that this is okay is absolutely beyond me. Absolutely beyond me. It's absolutely insane. And of course, she got away with that DV incident. She got 5 years probation again. So if she messes up, blah, 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 blah. I just don't understand how it can be that she can literally fall in shit coming out smelling her roses. You know, she's lost custody of 2 of her children by separate fathers. You know, this isn't just that she's lost custody once of her children. She's lost custody of 2 children separately, which is shocking to me. I really thought that when she had James would be like her second chance and she would, you know, find that inner mother within her. But she hasn't, and she's not going to. She hasn't got that thing in her. She's very selfish. She's very, wants to be by herself. She doesn't want to be dealing. She wants to sleep, which, you know, fine, but you can't be a mother and do that. I'm afraid that just doesn't work like that. She's had different boyfriends during this time now, in and out. There's been rumors that she's back with Matt Baier. Again, how true it is, I don't know, and rightfully I don't really give a shit, but I digress. Now, sort of, we're going on to, you know, what just recently happened with Leah's 12th birthday. You know, she was, from what I took of it, now you can tell me if you took very differently from this, what I took of it is she wanted Leah to spend the day with her and the night with her. Leah is 12. She wants to be spending it with her friend. She doesn't want to be spending it with you. There's no way. And she's already said she doesn't want one-to-one time with you. She's 12 years of age. You cannot tell me that at 12 she doesn't know what she wants, because she does. She's very aware, and she knows that you have not been there for her. But if you ask her, of course, Amber has excuses. It's everybody else's fault. It's Gary's fault. It's Christina's a home wrecking whore. Everybody else's fault. I will put the IG on the end of this, just if anybody haven't seen it. It is somewhere on my channel, but just in case, I will repost it on the end of this video for everybody to see. I just find it fascinating that Viacom and MTV will get rid of people at the drop of a hat, but yet this girl, we've had drugs, DV, jail, all these different things, and she's still being paid an absolute obscene amount of money each season for doing absolutely jack shit. She isn't a parent, so she's no longer a teen mom. She's no longer even a mom, for Christ's sake. So I'm interested to see what you guys think about this. I know that there is bits that I've missed. I've probably put a couple in the wrong place, but give or take, you know, we know her story. You know, what do you guys think? Do you guys think that she should still be on Teen Mom and being paid all this money for sleeping on the couch and not even have any children with her? Like, she doesn't have a child with her. So how is she a Teen Mom? Like, I don't get it. Like, Caitlyn was on there still because she did adoption, but that was because of the adoption story. This is because of your bad behaviour. You lost your 2 children because you can't keep your damn hands to yourself. And that's what it is. That's what it all boils down to. She is a spoilt child that never grew up and can't keep her damn hands to herself. Which is just pathetic. It's really sad that you lost both your children because you have no self-control. Absolutely pathetic. But again, I digress. So let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I will put the last IG just at the end here, just so that you can listen if you already haven't.
Kid on the show. When you're a whore, You're a whore. When you're a homewrecker, you're a homewrecker. When you're a liar, you're a liar. Money was stolen from me when I was in prison. I was told that when I got out, I would have my family. All the while, I was being cheated on. I'm not jealous of Christina. There's nothing about Christina that even makes me jealous in any sense. And I don't try to be mean for that one. I'm just telling the truth. No, it's not on Gary. Christina said that she had never seen the show, guys. She was from Anderson. She respects her because she brings her out to Starbucks, gets her nails done, and spends over $1,000-something of clothing on her. Well, hell, I'd respect her too. See, I wasn't raised that way. I was raised to not spoil my child. Why should this be kept to myself when everything else is just put out there? Christina doesn't do anything for Leah. What does Christina do? She didn't do anything. Leah wanted to live with me until they went to Disney World. I don't spoil Leah. She only gets things on her birthdays and things like that. That's it. I try to invest time with Leah. All the time. All the time. That's all I ever do. She doesn't take care of my daughter. No, she doesn't. No, Gary does not clothe her, feeds her, nothing like that. Gary wouldn't have a job if it wasn't for me in the very beginning. And also, you guys, please, you're making me fucking just laugh. They spoil my daughter. My daughter has not been with me. In the same breath, I've been in an Airbnb for a couple years, which is one of the major reasons why I definitely, just with everything going on with other stuff, understandable. But to sit there and say in the same breath, I sleep in when she does stay over, well, that's not possible if you don't stay over. I'm not full of myself at all. In any way. I'm just honest, and I don't care what you think. Spoiling a child is horrible. Spoiling a child turns people into absolutely misguided and very delusional people when it comes to the world that we really live in. You don't see my son for a reason. And that's none of your business. That was something that I didn't have to fight about. I'm not a narcissist. I'm a person that tells the truth. If that makes me a narcissist, I don't care. I'm not turning into fucking Farrah. Are you stupid? my Farah. The fuck are you talking about? Children need love. I give plenty of love to my children. I know how my daughter feels. Don't tell me how my daughter fucking feels. I know how my daughter feels. I've talked to my daughter without the cameras a couple times. I know how she really feels. I don't care if you think I'm cuckoo. I don't care. I wanted my daughter on her birthday alone because for some odd reason, which I have text messages of, she wanted me to come to the party, but then she was talked out of it somehow. And then she texted me back and said, never mind, come over with the $400 I had spent on makeup and spend some time with me. Well, if you go out to dinner, what, am I supposed to spend a couple hours with you on your birthday? See, what? No. What I want to do is spend time. I want to spend my day. I want to spend time with her. Now, her becoming a preteen to me was a big deal. I wanted to give her a nice gift. Some makeup that I use, because she really liked the makeup I used. So, I did go all out for her. Because she's a preteen, and she just didn't want to. I just wanted her to be happy and to have time with me and her so I could sit there and talk to her and understand her feelings. That's it. I sincerely just wanted to spend time with her and talk to her, and that's it. And instead, I hear this shit tonight, which almost just not only broke my heart, but I was confused. Didn't have that conversation on her birthday. Her birthday wasn't about having a huge conversation. Her birthday was about letting her know that I wanted to spend time with her and just more time with her. That's all I wanted to do.
Everyone for watching. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, share it around, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye guys.